What is up, guys? I'm here with another LEGO Legacy video, and today I'm going to show you guys my top 10 favorite attackers in LEGO Legacy. These types of characters are big on just attacking the enemies, getting them really weak, and there's a lot of really good ones, so we're going to cover that today, and we're going to start with number 10, Lionel. This is like a very random character, but this guy, I've never even really used him, but maybe once. But he's a really good character. Like his second attack deals 40% damage to all foes 3 times, 60% for the arena. Inflicts dizzy accuracy down and attack down 2 on all foes for 2 turns. It's kind of crazy. And on here does 100% damage to 3 random foes. 75% chance to inflict disarmed on each foe that took damage. Pretty good, and these are okay. His first attack is okay. He got plus 60%, pretty good. I've never used him, which is why he's at 10 here. But, I think he's a really solid attacker if you can get him in a good castle team. Okay, for number 9, another one that you might not expect. Highwayman. Yeah, Highwayman. I guess I'm going to upgrade this ability. He has some pretty good abilities. I like this one. We got 170% damage. And especially, he has his stealth ability, but he also has critical damage. And he can gain, dodge up, among others, with this one, where he can, gain speed up. And for this ability, his third ability, 30% bonus damage if he has stealth. So, a lot of good damage. And then, you have his ultimate, 100%, 50% damage, and can get even higher. And all the arena effects are the same thing for this one. And I think he's pretty good. Good character, but not my favorite, which is why not even the best collectible attacker. So that's why I'm going to put him at number 9. For number 8, we have our one and only city attacker. If you can guess who, because there's only 2 in the game, we have Firefighter Ash. I really like this attacker. This is one of my favorite just base attacks. She does a lot of damage. 100% damage, 125% damage to target foes, 60 to all other foes, and 170% damage, plus 20. But the arena goes crazy, 298%, 219%, 350% damage. And, she can get, whenever a tank hero takes damage, she can get courage, and then that courage can go into this first ability. I think it's a really solid character, and this makes or breaks a city team for you. This is good for, the attackers, but not really good in the grand scheme of things. Mainly just because City isn't a great faction. Okay, number 7, we have our first Ninjago attacker. We got Kai. I like Kai. He is an OG, and this guy is really good for the beginning stages of Piptown United. You've got the Sword of Fire and the Katana attack both do 125 and 105% damage, respectively. And if it's a critical hit, the Sword of Fire ability, Kai gains stealth. We also have his ultimate ability, 130% damage to all foes, pretty good, and grants attack up to all heroes for 2 turns, pretty good. You got a speed up ability, whenever Nia's attack takes damage, Kai can counter. I think he's just pretty solid beginning of the game, and still can work well if you have a good Ninjago team. Number 6. We have Verda. Verda is another person that works super well in the beginning stages of, Piptown United for the castle team. I think she's a really solid castle. Got 120% damage, and this is a really big one at the beginning of the game. 60% damage to all foes, and she has a stealth ability, which I never really use. I'm not a big stealth guy, but if she has stealth, she can heal 15% of her max health. And for the arena, it does a little bit more damage. But I think this is just really solid, especially for the beginning of the game, especially for a castle team. And I think this is a good castle attacker up there with Lionel. So, now that we're in the top 5, we're getting to my top attackers I think you should definitely be using on your team. We've got Chicken Soup Guy. This is a weird one. Because Chicken Soup Guy is the default starter character. But he sucks later in the game, right? He's really good at the beginning of the game, but once you beat Glyph Hunt, he just kind of sucks. Except for this little ability here. Super Wrestler is active hero. Chicken Suit Gun is 20% damage for each active costumed hero. I run a costume team. This guy gets plus 80% damage. And this guy does mad damage. 125% damage, even more for each active costume hero. Inflicts Dizzy on the target turn with 65% damage, and this is pretty good. I didn't really like this ability, Chicken Tenderize with 80% damage. Deals 140% damage, I think, to all foes, but it just never did well. But he would be around like 7 or 8 if it wasn't for this Spring Chicken ability. And you have to have Super Wrestler on your team, by the way. But if you have Super Wrestler, he and Chicken Suit Guy go crazy. So, you know. Top 4 now. We actually have our only pirate attacker on the list. We have Argentina. She's really good, especially beginning of the game. You get her really, really early on. You can get her tiles really early on. And get her to max stars. 110% damage. And if the hero is a pirate, you can, a hero can assist for 100% damage. This is a big one. 60% damage. 90% damage to target foe. Plus 10% damage for each debuff. And 30% damage to all other foes. Pretty good. And I always like this one. Beat your match like 140% damage to target foe. And inflicts damage over time. This is a big focal point to the team. And like Chicken Suit Guy, if Captain Redbeard is an active hero, Argentina gets 15% bonus damage. This is big attacker, huge attacker for any pirate team, and you gotta have her on your team. And she's a little bit better with the arena effects, like 245% damage. Just makes a little bit better, you know. Still, though, I really like that. For number 3, we have Chili Costume Girl. This is a pretty good solid attacker, but it is really boosted with these. I'm not reading all these, basically. This is the best one. If someone's about to die, then they will gain damage immunity and not die until like their next turn. It does get removed when you get arena, but you know, so be it. And we also got these abilities: 100% damage and inflicts a lot of stuff. Hot Dog Man assists with an ability. And this one's 65% damage also, and it heals all allies. And if Corn Cob Guy, he will assist with the Festive Fight ability, which pretty good ability, and that really helps. We also got the first one. It inflicts 2 to 5 stacks of damage over time for 1 to 3 turns. Just lots of debuffs, lots of everything. A huge focal point to any collectible team. My number 2. This is a character that's meant a lot to me. I don't even have a leveled up, but we have Misako. She is crazy for the guild. So you got deal 50% damage to the target foe 3 times, and a little bit worse with the arena. Inflict some debuff, and this one deals 60% damage to all foes. Why does that not go up? The damage. And you know, we got a few okay of these, you know. Oh, you can get some, you know. But the main thing with her too, she attacks so fast. Like, she'll throw her kunais thing, one more attack later from someone else, and she's back, and she can do the Way of the Bow attack. So that's just, she's just so fast and so good. I'm gonna level her up right now. You know? So, it's like, yeah, she's just a really, really, really great attacker. But my best attacker is Corn Cob Guy. What do we expect? 130% damage to target foe. 160% damage to target foe. 120 to target foe. 65 to all other foes. He is absolutely insane. And, you know, a big focal point of this team. And, you know, he can inflict some stuff on, you can get, allies can gain stuff. He's just really, really, really good. And does so much damage now. Does tank it with the arena, which makes it a lot of... This is the Festive Fight ability I mentioned in the Chili Costume Girl. And all allies are conflicted with Confused, which is kind of fun. But, yeah, those are my top 10 attackers in LEGO Legacy. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section below. And if you want me to make follow-up for all the other ones like Tank, Healer, and Support, I'll do that. So, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.